The late comrade Billy Muzamo Highten Nkomo belonged to the generation of internationalist freedom fighters. Though born in Zambia of Zimbabwean parents, he had his first bite in politics in the UNIP of Zambia and later joined the ZAPU of Zimbabwe. Many cadres of his generation, you talk of Chris Hani and Joe Modise of South Africa, were all ANC cadres who fought in the Wange battles in Zimbabwe. The late General Josiah Magama Tongogara, Colonel Khumalo, Comrade Shadrach Chipanga, and many others fought the Portuguese together with the Frelimo in Mozambique before going on the way to the northeastern part of Zimbabwe. The late Comrade Titus Nkomo rose to become the ANC of South Africa Treasurer General during the exile days, whilst his place of birth is Plumtree. Addressing mourners at the burial of Comrade Highten Nkomo, who died 2 weeks ago, the President, Comrade Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, said, "Youths at home and abroad must take a leaf from Comrade Highten Nkomo's commitment to the fatherland."
I challenge our young Zimbabweans, boys and girls, born and growing up in the diaspora, to remain connected and loyal to our great country, Zimbabwe. You are always welcome back to play your part in developing your motherland. In honor of the sacrifice made by the late Comrade Nkomo and other departed cadres, our youth are further challenged to be patriotic and responsible so that they commit themselves to acquiring a good education and working in various ways to develop our motherland, Zimbabwe.
The late Comrade Highten Nkomo, or Billy Mazamo, trained many Zipra cadres. These include the Vice President of ZANU-PF, Comrade Kembo Mahadi, and the Commander of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, General Philip Valerio Sibanda, and many other freedom fighters. When the Zimbabwe People's Army, ZIPA, was formed, he again worked with the likes of the late Comrade Perence Shiri and Amoth Chimombe and Comrade Stanley Leah. They laid the foundation of the unity of the people of this country, said President Mnangagwa.
As our harmonized general elections beckon, we must honor those that sacrificed for our freedom by saying no, no, no to violence, and a no to undue foreign interference in our internal affairs. We are sovereign and independent.
President Mnangagwa said, as the country heads to the Anti-Sanctions Day on the 25th of October, Zimbabwe is grateful to Africa and SADC for their stance on the sanctions issue at the recent United Nations General Assembly.
Zimbabwe is the most grateful to the countries, including the African Union, SADC, that buttressed our call for the unconditional removal of the illegal sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe.
On the economic front, Zimbabwe is now on the growth trajectory despite the sanctions, and the long hours of outages will soon be a thing of the past, as Wange 7 and 8 are soon to be on the grid.
Through our own resources, we are building our country brick upon brick, stone upon stone. It is none but ourselves, the people of Zimbabwe, who have the responsibility to build a prosperous and a peaceful Zimbabwe. Nyika inovakwa nokutongwa navene vayo.
Comrade Billy Mazamo is a clear example of what patriotism is all about. Having been born in Zambia, grew up in Zambia, of Zimbabwean parents, and participated in the struggle for independence. Similarly, the President of the Republic was born here, grew up in Zambia, but later on went head-on into Zimbabwean politics. So this type of commitment to one's country, to one's struggle, international solidarity is what is the missing link to today's youth. And the president said, youth in the diaspora should take a leaf that you can fight for your country wherever you are. Ruben Barwes, ZBC News, the national heroes in Harare.